So Valkyrie's locked. No, Valentino's locked before it's active. That's great. Aspen as well. So that is, oh my goodness. What just happened? Team, it's Friday, and you know what that means. It's Seals, and today we're going to talk about, of course, the weekly events and the update. We have a lot of changes within the game and things like that. And for this week, we have the campaign loot event as well as the gem box event. Now, if you don't know what the campaign loot event is, it's basically you log in once a day, collect your daily rewards, and you get these nice tokens that you're seeing on your screen. Not only that, but you should try your best to log in every 10 hours and claim the loot from the campaign loots so that you can get these tokens to purchase your rewards. Now, for the veteran players out there that are enjoying more of the PvP scene, there will be your slice of cake for today. I am on Jolin's account, and I am going to go toe-to-toe with some of the teams later on after I explain today's or this week's events. Now, if you're new to my channel, hopefully if you enjoyed this video or you learned something out of it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing as well. It really does help your boy out, you know, in every way possible. All right, so let's get right into the events. So I am on the Android device today, so I will be clicking here and there, so mind the clicks. So we have the campaign loot event and we have the Angel concert, ladies and gents. So we have Miss Bellrain up in there, and she's got some big, you know, pink eyes. Anyways, Jolin, you know, he is a Megalodon, so ignore the 2,600. That is abnormal amount. On my main account, I have 230. I forgot to loot for like the last 6 hours. I guess I didn't log in for like the whole day. So we have the Lucky Candy Bar up as the artifact this week, and well, almost like choked on my own tongue, but we have the price increase of 3,600, and that's to be expected, guys. Of course, it's gonna be 3,600. It's one of the like most sought after artifacts. It was offered just last week, or should I say less than 24 hours ago, and I told my patrons at the patron chat as well as you guys in my 2 Oberon video, which I'll be showcasing more today, that Lucky Candy Bar is kind of a niche artifact because we don't know what's gonna happen with these developers, as like most of the newer heroes like Aspen and Oberon have CC types that are new to this game. Not only that, they're not stunned, so we don't know how long Lucky Candy Bar will last. So if you guys opted out for some other rewards, I got 2 Valkyries. I didn't even get an artifact. Monkey got a Rune's Power and a couple other stuff. And if you got like a Magic Stone Sword and some of the patrons got a Demon Bell and stuff like that, then more power to you. And if you want to get another one, here is a week where you can pretty much guarantee yourself, if you're willing to, swipe your card left and right, which I am not going to do this week. And even yesterday, I did not even get the Oberon skin pack. It was 50 bucks, which was just way too much for me at this time. So I kind of, had to be a cheapskate, and I only got the $10 deals, and that got me enough orbs 3+3 to finish my event. Anyways, Lucky Candy Bar is still a good artifact against the GVE meta that is today's endgame meta. In PvE, it has kind of its niche and uses against like Seal Land or Broken Space Waves, where there's like kind of a stunner. But do you really have to use it? It's gonna really drop your damage in PvE, that's for sure. All right, so the second reward after that for the second cheapest price is going to be Mim. And in case you're wondering why I don't have any lights in my room today except for my LEDs, my power just went out. My light the light bulb, I guess, just died on me. Sorry about having no lights. But yeah, we have Mim, and Mim, he's still a powerful hero, no doubt. He also has uses in PvE, of course, if you can cheese your way up into the Tower of Oblivion. And he also serves a purpose against the Sigmund Marauder. But if you're like early game in terms of PvE, Mim isn't like an easy hero to pick or build, but he's still a great hero to have. He hasn't really fallen out completely. The Valkyries have, the full force teams have changed things up a little bit, but GVE is still a powerful, aura, and it is an end game aura, so Mim is gonna be included in that as well. And for Michelle, she's kind of falling down a little bit, but she's not completely off because of her power to not only have a smart heal, but give a 20% crit buff. Especially if no one took damage, then she'll give that 20% crit buff to slot 1, so you can kind of play around with that, be a little bit smart with that, and control your crit buff as well as a smart heal and things like that. But not only that, she's there for the resurrects against like the multiple Mim GVE teams, or the cheeses where it's decided by, do you have a Michelle that can res back up? And that's pretty much her role right now, other than her CC as well. All right, so 2,700, which is gonna be in the pay to get territory. The average that most players are gonna end up with is gonna be either 24 to 2,500. There are multiple calculators that will be on my Discord as well. If I have a link to that, I'll put it in the comment section or in the description as well in this video. But speaking of like a hero that most of you, 99% of you that are not going to pay, can get, is of course going to be Vesa. And if you're a new player, as long as, like I said, you're diligent, you log in every day, collect your loot every 10 hours, then you're gonna get this beautiful reworked girl once again. Not only was she reworked, a couple of weeks back, aesthetically she was revamped once again today, and I'll show you guys that in a second. And we have this strange looking weird whatever it is, but it is a skin shard package for 1,500. Now this is gonna be, I don't know, like if you really like skins, then it's kind of worth it. But in terms of worth, you have a choice between a Vesa as a new player, which she'll help you out greatly in the early game, not end game. But you have, of course, the profit orbs, which is gonna be the route that most of you will take, is including myself, who will not spend in this week's event. If you're thinking about not spending, you don't want a candy bar, or you don't want a Mim, I already have plenty of Mims, plenty of Michelles, and plenty of Vesas, and plenty of skin shards. So what I'm gonna opt out for myself is gonna be hopefully 8 profit orbs. And if you have seen my profit orb guide, this is gonna be one of the ways to get 8 free profit orbs in order to get at least 60 to 70 profit orbs every month without stepping into or including the PvP rewards from whether it be free team up arena or just the tokens you get from just doing PvP. All right, so if you really want to get some scrolls and get ready for this, the 3rd anniversary coming up in the middle of June, then you can get the scrolls as well. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna get the profit orbs. So speaking of the Gem Boxerino event, I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much, if you're tight on gems like Jolin is, I'm just kidding, this guy, he has no issues with gem or money. But if you're tight with gems like most of us are, including myself, I'm gonna tell you guys what you must get. I think this one, the first box, is a must buy. 500 gems for the promotion stones as well as the 5 heroic scrolls is a done deal. It's gonna be really good, right? The promotion stones, especially if you're a newer player, you're gonna run out of promotion stones often. And with the E5, the Enable 5 being on the horizon in the talk for DH games, we don't know how many promotion stones you're going to need. And when E3 launched last year, I mean, we were just literally begging for promotion stones. So I'm gonna be stockpiling on those for sure. Now the 1200 isn't really that great. You're not gonna get it for these chips. Of course, you can get a hero out of it, but the probability, it took me 18 months to get one hero out of that, so it's RNG dependent, but you're gonna get these 2 armor pieces for sure. And if you buy this, you'll of course complete the armor set. And if you're like a free-to-play or monthly card player, you need to get your hands on these armor sets in order to participate with the blacksmith event every month, and it gets demanding, right? It just uses so much, not only gems if you don't have the 6-star armor, but a lot of the but the armor pieces to get up there. But one of the most the best buys for sure is gonna be the profit orbs. For me personally, in that the 70 or 80 profit orbs per month guide is buying this box right here for the 8 profit orbs. So if you're doing the campaign loot event, you're gonna get 7 to 8 of these, and you're gonna get 8 from the 2400 box as well. That is 16, almost what, 1/4 of your way done from this week alone. All right, and the next box is the 4K box, and this week we're getting the random elite 5-star hero shards as well as the 20K dusts. Most dolphins and like the mini whales, they're okay with the dusts. We have around like 5, 7, you know, even a million dusts. So we're not gonna get this pack. It's really not worth it. 4K for possibly like a Bloodblade, that's not worth it for us. It's a gamble, and if you like the gamble, then sure, go ahead. But this is not like a really worth or like a must buy, that's for sure. Now, for the Megalodons, they're obviously, as you can see, gonna purchase all of this because the dust, they're really low on dust because they're always producing new heroes and new projects. But yeah, different case for very few or select audience. And for the majority of you guys that are new or early game and you are a monthly card player and you're managing your gems well, then this 6K gem box is gonna be worth the buy, even if you don't need an Ada skin, because not only are you gonna get 50 orange artifact fragments, but you're gonna get that sweet guild coins as well. Now, for veteran long season players, they don't give a crap about the guild coin. They're just stockpiling it in case they do rework the guild talents, which they kind of hinted back in their like live convention with the Chinese VIP back last year in September or something like that, August, whatever. You know, since then nothing has been surfaced, but yeah, I'm gonna stockpile these. But for new players, getting guild coins faster is gonna of course give you a bigger advantage in whatever PvE you're doing, whether it be guild bosses or things like that. So yeah, it's gonna really help you out in PvE as well as PvP. But is it like a must buy? If you're really tight on gems, that is gonna be your choice. Personally, for me, I'm not gonna get this because I don't need the orange artifacts. I already have like tons of fearless armors. I have tons of magic sources, the energy artifacts. And if you don't have those and you don't have access to like a demon's bell, or you don't want to really pay to get those artifacts, then this is your shot at trying to get a anti-class artifact like anti-assassin or things like that, which is really efficient and effective in PvE or in certain heroes. Or you can try to get an energy artifact as well. And if you do get it, guys, make sure you show off in my Discord channel of the good and bad luck thread. All right, so hopefully if you do get this, make sure you try to get it not because of only the orange artifact fragments, not because of the Ada skin, but mostly for the guild coin. And for new players, you're not gonna have an Ada anyways, right? It's gonna be hard to get Ada, especially if you skipped out on the Chinese New Year event. So it's mostly gonna be for the guild coins. And if you get lucky, you get lucky. If you get a fearless armor, or if you get like a magic source, or like a wind god messenger, then you know what? Celebrate as well. Be happy about that. But that's gonna be it for the gem box event. You have 8 more hours to, yeah, so by the time my video launches, you won't have any time for that. Value packs. Anyways, let's get into some of the PvP stuff. Wait a minute. Before we do so, let's get into, okay, he has no Vesa, so let's look at the Vesa. Like, she's been redesigned. Her head is a little bit, you know, toned down a little bit. It's a little bit more skinnier and more in, what is that, in scale with the rest of her body. And especially her eyes. Her eyes got reworked, and I guess the graphics or the design team, the artists of DH Games, they kind of put more detail on Vesa, and the Vesa is really like their poster child when it comes to like early game players. So it's like their selling point, and everyone wants a Vesa early game. So unless of course they're reading guides or watching videos and they want a Valkyrie or Ada instead. But yeah, I mean, Vesa still attracts and lures a lot of players, and yeah, she looks a lot better now. Okay, she's like fiddling with the staff now. That's pretty cool. But I do dig it. I wish that you know, she got a little bit more love and got some more, you know, like a better rework, because her last passive, while it does trigger, let me go to the 10-star. All right, so where's she at? All right, so I wish that this thing right here where she does dispel all control effects on self, I wish this was just like a buff for at least 2 rounds instead of like clearing it when she drops below 50%. You don't know when that's gonna be. It could be like at the beginning of the round 1, or it could be at the towards the end of round 1. Then she's not gonna see the full use of that much, especially if she procs it and there's like really no CC on her just yet. Then it's kind of wasted. So I think they could have done a lot better with this rework, and hopefully I don't know, they pay attention to Vesa a little bit more instead of just artistically. All right. And speaking of other stuff, there's the Aspen change. There is now a skip battle function, which is great. And there's the mysterious merchant down up in here. And yeah, so that's been changed, just, you know, minor UI changes. And there's this talk about the Brave trial rework. They're testing it out in China first. I think it's gonna hit them in a couple hours, or maybe hit them already. If I have any news, guys, I'll post it on my Discord or YouTube channel, whatever. And yeah, so that's gonna be kind of it, right? So optimize the interface of Aspen Dungeon, we talked about that. Oh yeah, number 2, this is big for Megalodons, especially like Jolin or Monkey, who kind of like dropped all their PvE team and going straight PvP team. They're like always, every monthly, they're spending their like their gems on these broken space tokens. Let me show you guys. Where is it at? Where is it at, man? Oh, okay, broken space. So they kind of like Monkey. Every time I try to buy one to do some PvE test for a new hero, I click this to buy one token because he usually has 0. I click this and it says maxed out already. You can't purchase anymore. I know, you know, 99.9% of the players don't have that issue, but they fixed it for their high-paying customers, I guess. That's cool. That means I can test more PvE lineups the first day a hero launches, which is really good change for me, to be honest. Most of you guys don't really care, but as a tester or a reviewer, I love that. All right, team, so that's gonna be it for the events this week. Oh man, that was quick. These heroes, there aren't much to talk about. There's no reworks, so you know what, just to please everyone else, let's review back with the this double Oberon and 4 Valkyrie teams. So he did manage to E3 his 4th Valkyrie this week. Congratulations, Jolin. Yeah. So he does have a better Valkyrie lineup than kind of Monkey. And there is one more that I know of. There's one, of course, on the Chinese server. But there's like one more guy. I think it was like a friend of my patron. And then there's, I think, one that I don't know anything about. I have never talked to this guy, but he also has a full forest lineup, and he seems to be a guy who gets like smashed by these scary teams, which I never had issues with. So I don't know what his gearing or things like that is, but that will be interesting to see as well. But for Jolin and Monkey, I have no issues with that kind of a lineup. But let's look at his gear. Same thing. This is not maxed just yet. I could upgrade it, but it's not my account, and I do, you know, have to turn on my mana mode when I talk to Korean players. Yeah, I love Jolin. So yeah, that's it for him. He has to get the Ranger set, of course, with the next what is that, the blacksmith event, the gray dwarf event. And this one doesn't have the skin, but that's all right, he'll get it eventually. So Monkey as well as Jolin, they're not fully optimized. They're not fully optimized, and they're still doing pretty well. And these Oberons are going to be speed today with Demon Bell, both with the speed stone. I'm not going to change anything up. So let's get into the arena. I already fought 2 people because, you know, I didn't want to spend too much of your time just looking through all the people on the server. So we have this guy, I believe, has the triple scary cruise with 2 dark heroes, and there was another guy on the server that ran a full abyss team that I featured in the previous double Oberon team. But I don't know, like every scary team that are out there in the servers that I've tested on or played on, they're gone. They're gone. Like the iOS 16 server used to have a lot of full abyss teams, and those guys all like kind of regressed it. After the regress system came out, these like scary teams or abyss teams have eventually like you know, disappeared. And there was also a Cthulhu team on the server, which Jolin made a nice video about, where he just smashed the Cthulhu team. So there's no issues with Cthulhu, especially if you have more than 2 or more than 1 Oberon, not 2. And 2 Oberon is enough to kill like multiple Cthulhus. All right, so with this redemption team, now that we have a full E3 lineup, full forest, of course, I mean, it's just the amount of control is just nuts, right? Did I even show you guys the damage for the scary fight? I don't remember, but we'll check it out. So everyone just not knocked out, but locked out. And the beautiful part about these 2 Oberons, and people compare it with Demon Hunter, especially these newer players. They think that DH, because DH has a CC and DH is fast, that DH can somehow replace Oberon. And I get that kind of train of thought. I get what you're thinking, but that's not the case, because Oberons, let me just skip this one right here, because Oberons can do their active just once, and it's gonna have not only an immediate 1 CC'd with the twine, that is like, you know, a guaranteed unless they have CC immunity, things like that. But then, okay, they didn't do anything except CC. But because they place other 2 seeds which bloom after another round and 1 after 2 rounds, even if like the Oberons do 1 active, you're guaranteeing some form of CC that will last into round 3, even if they die in round 1 after using their active. So Oberon compared to Demon Hunter is not only is it a better form of CC, but it is just better flow of lockdown. All right, so that is why like I prefer the Oberons, and of course they synergize, or synergy, they have better synergy amongst themselves. So let's fight this Zhu guy. His name is Hwangso, which means he is a white bull, cow, something like that, if my Korean is correct. And like I said, like I told you guys, I don't really recommend double Oberon with the Speed Stone against the GVE team, because half the team is already immune and the rest of the team is kind of rocking some form of CC immunity or ramp up CC immunity like Aspen. But looking great, looking smooth here. And the point of today's video is not to really fight against GVE, but I want to showcase more against like rainbows as well, because double Oberons just Shrek like the sustain team. So we're gonna go into the friends list here. So I picked out some names. I have refreshed for like 30 minutes on his server, getting more accustomed to what his server has. So we're gonna fight against Ben here. Ben, where is he? Benzino. So we're gonna fight against Benzino. He hasn't been online for over a day. Where you at, Benzino? Come on. Don't get tired of Idle Heroes just yet. So he has the double DA GVE team. And oh man, Oberon just got locked down. But look at here, because they're CC'd and Valkyrie, they can still deal damage while CC'd. And I told you guys that even if Oberons do actives in round 1, they're gonna CC something until round 3, as you just saw. And it was not a lot of like target CC'd because they're GVE, but against any other team, it looks great. All right. Okay, so we have some great damage and healing here. I want to fight against more of these like aggressive rainbow auras as well. Yeah, let's check it out here. So Aspen is rooted in round 1. There is going to be a root. There's seeds on Cruz, Belrain, and Valkyrie as well. So the stagger of the CC from these double Oberon is just ridiculous. Not only that, they're just proccing the deer pet a lot faster with 2 actives going off and things like that as well for the full forest team, instead of having 5 Valkyries. And the damage, you're just seeing it yourself, right? It looks great. They're synergizing very well. And what about the opponent's team? Aspen does 0. I mean, it was like a complete shutdown, right? And that's gonna be it for Amber Witch. Let's do one more. All right, we're gonna also fight against Rainbow with the deer pet as well. I think there's one with dragon pet, but I'm not really sure he fully optimized it really well. We'll check that out as well. So Aspen just getting shreked, and since nobody's really going down, and whoa, everyone just collapsed at the same time. Awesome. And Oberon's, yeah. All right, so the Valkyries did a lot of work there. And let's see, Valentino, Belrain couldn't do anything. They were just locked down because of Oberon's speed advantage. All right, the next team that I want to try as well was against Cam. And I believe this is the Cam that kind of hangs out on Discord. Not really sure. There's a lot of Cams out there. I think there's like a Cam that is a friend of a patron as well. There's one on stream. So anyways, let's check it out here. He has a really bursty GVE with an Omnivore and Faithblade. Faithblade is twined. Aspen is not. The deer is not going to proc before his, I believe. Yeah. But looks like we're gonna take it all the way here. A home run with everyone alive, and here we go, victory. And damage, I mean, the Oberons, they're not doing, you know, terrible damage. They're doing pretty good damage. Yeah, so I really like the double Oberon. I really like what Jolin did with his team. Yay, I really love the speed buff as well as the poison damage increase from 100% to 200%. I know that's not like the selling point. Alright, so the next guy that I wanted to face was that dragon pet what is it? The Rainbow Team that I was talking about. And I know Rainbow Team isn't like the best end game team out there right now, but still, some people kind of thought that they could kind of counter the Full Force team with it. I completely don't see that whatsoever on my side of things. Like I said, there was this one Full Force team player that was gonna getting Shrek'd, but I don't know who this guy is. I talked to the other 3 people and the one Chinese person. I think he's on the Chinese server, so I couldn't get in touch with him. But yeah, and who else do I wanted to fight? Amber Witch, we fought him without spending arena tokens. There was another zoo player. Let's see here. There was what is it? There was a redemption team that I wanted to face once again. And here it is, the lucky red pouch thingy. From the Chinese New Year, I believe. Yeah. Alright, so let's see how disgusting Oberon's CC is. So 1 lockdown, 2 lockdown, and we have seed on almost everybody except that slot 4 Valkyrie. So let's see what happens in round 2. 2 still CC'd. I guess 1 did not proc? Or am I just blind? And there's Valentino stunned as well. And both the Valkyries are locked down. And Deer Pet activated. Let's see, what's going here? They're still able to... Okay, finally we got some deaths. And let's see. Oberon, the longer the fight lasts, Oberon will get a damage advantage because of all the seeds turning into twines, giving him that sweet attack buff, as well as the heal to keep him, you know, alive as well. So I do believe that having one with like some sort of a damage reduction really will help him sustain eventually. Alright, so we have one with the deer pets. This seems stronger, right? The power. I know it's not really the highest power for a rainbow with the deer pet, but let's give it a go here. Let's just give it a go. All right. Cruise. Lockdown. That's it. Kind of on the underside here. Kind of underwhelming here. Let's see what happens in round 2. We got Ada locked out and Valkyrie in round 3. And Aspen is really one of the most scariest heroes. I just hit my keyboard, but alright. But he can still proc Valkyrie's passive of doing damage while CC'd, right? Because Horrify now counts as a CC form for these Valkyrie ladies. Alright, so we got to win nonetheless. And Oberon's doing their twin things. Alright, and let's go over to another team that I wanted to face, which was, I wanted to fight against, JS99. Right, this is like a weird team. It's like 4 forest and 2 light. Why not? I like these new kind of whatever like YOLO teams, so let's try it out here. And we got 1 Valkyrie locked, Ada locked as well, but she did her job in doing her active. Let's see what happens. Vesa, like you just saw, right? She did fall below 50%. She did activate her last passive, but it didn't really do much, right? I wish it did more so that I want to use Vesa. I really want to make her work in the end game, but it's just not the case. If it gave her like CC immunity for a round or 2, or like it also gave her some damage reduction, things like that, that'd be great. Anyways, let's see the after combat report here. So Vesa, Belrain, I don't know. I guess she did some healing to herself, but not bad, not bad. All right, so let's go and fight one more person. I wanted to fight, I believe, Raf1162. Was it? No. We already fought the RAF 112, whatever, 1162. I want to fight against, it's a zoo, what was it? Not. Alright guys, I made a mistake and skipped the fight, so let's rewatch it. It is an Ormus Rainbow. So instead of a Valentino, there is an Ormus. And with the 5 Valkyries, I had a little bit more issues with the 5 Valk, 1 Orb, or Oberon combo with the Ormus than with the Valentino. But with this team, there's like absolutely no issues against any rainbow, it seems, because whether it's Ormus or Jara, whatever pet it is, just, I don't know, it's just the amount of control that it has and damage and sustain is just impressive. So it just plows through all rainbows. Yeah. And that's to be expected. I mean, to be honest, yeah. Valkyries and Oberon, I mean, they're just a great and awesome combo. Can't deny that. And the last person that I want to fight was a zoo player. I'm gonna try to get him. Not getting him. Oh, okay, there he is. There he is. It is the dragon. Once again, rainbow team. So hopefully this will end up working for in favor of the Oberon. So Valkyrie's locked. No, Valentino's locked before his active. That's great. Aspen as well. So that is, oh my goodness. What just happened? What just happened, boys? Oh my goodness, they just all flopped. And that's the beauty of Valentino. I mean, not the Valentino, but Valkyries. I always get those two mixed up. It's just the end of the round damage. You just see them fall over, and that is like the appeal behind multi-Valkyries in terms of getting your joy out of it. And you know what? Let's finish off high. Let's finish off strong with the 1700 for Jolin here. Let's fight against, I believe, Mang. Or was it Luna? Was it Mong number 2? Yeah, I believe it was Mong. Can we even fight number 2? Yeah. Okay, we can. So it's going to be the double Mimmers and the double Ada. I wish I could try against not a Belrain, but an Asmodale, which seems to give issue against like the Forest Heavy Teens. But we'll try it out like this. Let's go. Last fight of the day. Okay, Oberon. Didn't lock anybody except an Ada. I'll take it. I'll take it. And Aspen does have a seed. Is it going to bloom into a 20th? Yes, it did, ladies and gents. And can we take it home here? Okay, so Ada as well in slot 3 is locked out. And Oberon in slot 3 can do an active, but he doesn't even need to. The game's going to be ending real soon here. 1 Mim left. And we lost 1 Oberon. Rest in peace. But we did win the fight here, ladies and gents. All right. So yeah, with the last Valkyrie being E3, it seems a lot better, and he did break into the 1700s. Yeah, looking great. And I did want to find a full Abyss team, but I'm not seeing him. I checked the top 50 leaderboards, and he was not there. And as a number 1 player, I kind of have to tank his rating down low to fight him. So I mean, it's just non-existent in this server. So that's going to be it for today. If you want to see some Abyss action, it's going to be in my 2 Oberon, the former video. And make sure you check out my other videos as well, from the Prophet Orb and the live stream, things like that. There's tons of videos from last week. If you missed those out, make sure you check it out. And if you found this video helpful or fun or whatever, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe as well, or consider subscribing to help your boy out. It means a lot for me and the channel and my group. And thank you guys once again for tuning in today. I'll see you guys very shortly. I promised you guys that ZealSam PvE video. I want to make it great. I don't want to just, just throw it on your face, and I want to explain the whole process of it. So give me some time. Please be patient. It'll hit you guys this weekend. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.